Hey guys, this is Mix, one of the developers of infeKted, and right now I'm doing the port for the Ouya version of the game. So what I'm doing right now, it's mapping the controls, the game controls to the to be used with the game right here. So it's very easy to connect the Ouya controller to Windows, which is an amazing thing, which works just like that. No USB things at all, right? It's a Bluetooth thing, and my laptop has Bluetooth, of course. So it's very simple to do it. If you haven't done it, it's just a matter of syncing with your computer, and once you press the Ouya button, it just connects to it. The thing is that if you only have one controller and then want to use it on your Ouya, you just have to turn your Bluetooth off or your computer, or just turn off your computer if you're not using it, and then you're gonna have to resync it with your Ouya, and then again with your computer when you're gonna use it for that. So if you have two controllers, you can have one for your testing, and then later one for your Ouya. Right now I just have one, so that's the one I'm using for everything. So what we're gonna do here is just take a look at how to map the buttons, the controls, how I did it. I actually solved this last night, and I'm gonna just give you an idea of how that's done. Alright, so let me just pause. Alright, so I have a controller, it's remapped, and I'm gonna see here. Let's just run this. Let's see what we got right now. I'm gonna be this is my main scene, so level 200. That's not gonna be good. It's a huge level, but you can see that I'm using the controller to move the little cursor there. It's gonna allow you to pick, and then when I press the O button, it starts infecting stuff. So let me just go to another level because 200 is not that good. Let me just cheat here. I got some settings to cheat a little bit. Just go to level 50. That'll be a much better level. Let me see if I can maximize this stuff. Now I'm gonna. Alright, got a bigger screen. Still says 200, but oh yeah, it's 200. Damn it. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the start menu. Save that. In my start menu, this is the thing that I'm gonna hook right now, which is I have the buttons have the buttons for the Ouya controllers. That's gonna press O. Right now it's working. Only the O button, and you can go and play here. The O button works, and I'm moving the cursor with the D-pad, and you can see it has a certain speed that it moves to. If I press one of the top buttons like L1 and move, it goes faster while I'm pressing the button. L1 and R1 will do that. So just if you're like want to move faster, my brother was like, hey, what if you want to move faster? So I implemented that. My brother is the other developer for the game, and so yeah, it works really cool. And I solve all this control stuff last night. So now I got to hook up the menus, because right now all the menus are not working with the controller. I just did the play button so I could test it on the Ouya last night. because this game was done primarily to play with a mouse or in a mobile device with a touch. So we just came with the idea, so why don't we just add a cursor and just select that. Okay, so I lost. So these buttons here, I don't think they work yet. If I press O, no, they're not working, or Y, they're not working. So this is what we need to do right now. Oh, I think the U worked for something. Something worked. Oh, I think I have had like A hooked up to next level or a try. So let's just see how is that done in the code. Let's go to start menu, which is this one. It has a lot of buttons that need to be mapped. You can see that there's 3. That button I'm gonna have to change, and that button I have to remove. Those on over states for the buttons are not gonna be used on the Ouya, so I'm not gonna worry about that. So let's go to the code, and I don't have this is the start menu, and this is the start menu script. So I don't have anything hooked up here, or do I? Let me just see. Let me see what I got here. Let's see. Do I? Yeah, I have this stuff that it's for Ouya, but let's just do it from the beginning, which is not much stuff. The things, and also you notice that I use JavaScript. I do know C#, but I don't like it that much, and I don't think there's any reason just to use it. You can do the same thing in JavaScript. So whatever. I know some guys might not agree, but alright. So that stuff that you need to add here, all these things comes from the file in your Ouya plugin thing, scripts that comes with Ouya. With the Ouya core package. So you have to just, of course I already have like the Ouya package installed, which is just the core package installed in this game, which is all that I install, not the start kit or the what's the other thing? The examples. I don't have any of that. Just the core. Just imported the core package, and you can go and see how. If you don't know how to do that, just see the videos on the Ouya Unity help in the Ouya developers site. So once you have that, you're gonna have this folder here, and this a lot of some plugins here. So if you go to the scripts here, what is it? Let me just find this. It's a huge thing. Oh no, I think I had that from the examples actually. So let's just open that. I'm gonna open another Unity. Fatal error. Yeah, I know. I just want to open another one. Cool. So we are testing. This is my testing example here. Let me just open that up. So there's a JavaScript way of accessing all the Ouya things. So that's how I'm accessing that stuff, which is just basically all these things here. Sorry, that open up. Right, so that happens when I have the controller connected. I don't know why. Doesn't seem to have any effect. So yeah, in the example folder, there's a script. It's the only JavaScript file there. So let me just open that. And you notice I use Sublime Text because I don't like monodevelop, and I love Sublime Text. So this JavaScript is just basically this stuff. So there you go. That's the whole file. Just make this. Can I make this bigger? Make the font bigger. So just basically that's what you need to add to your files to make them to register this methods, the Ouya SDK stuff, and to just register the menu listeners, resume listeners and stuff. So that's what I just get here. I just copy all this stuff just like that. I'm just gonna put it on the start menu like that. Like if I didn't have all this stuff, like this is all that stuff. So just paste it there, and the thing I just need to change the class name. It's just the name of your file. It has to be exactly the same name. Start menu. So this opens up the class here, so you don't forget to go all the way down to your file and close it here. Like let's just put in a close the class. So that's the don't forget to wrap all your code in that method. So now you have that stuff. The other thing I do is just, let's see where it is. It's all just generating the buttons, and I'm using the Prime. Is it Prime 31? I think it's Prime 31 plugin for the UI stuff. I think I'm gonna have it here. It's UI Toolkit. It's called UI Toolkit. Oh, this is not the correct folder. Yeah, UI Toolkit. There it is. That's the one. So it's that's what I'm using to generate those buttons. I'm gonna be switching to the toolkit, all this stuff from now on. I'm using to the toolkit now, but this game was done way before we had to the toolkit. So that's all the buttons being generated, and some code to make them work for different resolutions and stuff. The over buttons we should not use now. The play handler, yeah, the methods that you execute when you press the buttons. So it's not that much stuff. So here in the update function, I have a button which is the O button, waiting for press here, which is, I think it's all I did right now for this file. Just see if I have something else. Ouya. I think I have some bookmarks. This is the play trigger. This is the update. So yeah, I think this is the only thing I did here, apart from just let's be sure about this Ouya handler. Yeah, that's the only thing I did here. Just paste all that code, wrap it into the class, and just go to the update function here and put that code there. So let me see if I put the let's search for fixed update. No, I don't have it, so I'm gonna move that to the fixed update. So let's just go to the just escape this. Instead of having this in the update, I'm just gonna move this, which is just the controller thing that I did there. Just close this update, put it here. I'm gonna create a function, and it's called fixed update. I'm gonna use this just for the controller stuff. And okay, so my game is just one player, so you can't have two players, but so I'm just not worrying about this variable, which is gonna be used in the first one every time. So when I had a little bit of some debugging here that I'm not gonna use anymore. So after that stuff, I'm just put a bookmark here. I don't need that bookmark anymore. Just have that. So after you put all this stuff that it's required for the Ouya stuff to start, just need to start put in your buttons, which is very simple. Just Ouya example command. That's a class that is included with the plugin, so you don't have to worry about that. Just if you go to project plugins, here you go, example command class. There it is. Comes with your Ouya SDK or your ODK. So then you just say get a button, and then you said what button do you want. In this case, it's Ouya SDK key button 0 or button O. It's actually an O, not a 0. So, and then just say for player 1, example command player, which is just gonna grab player 1 in this case. And then what you want to do with it here. Let me just make it bigger so you guys can see it better. And once you have that, this line here is very important. Let me just remove that. This line here is very, very important. So don't forget to update. So if you don't have this line, I don't think the controls are gonna be working, because it's not gonna be updating that method, and the input, I think it doesn't get received by Unity or something. But yeah, add this at the bottom of your calls, so you can just make the buttons work essentially. So you need that. That's essential to have there. So you can go and check that if you want to know more about that method. Just open this file and say let's work for the update joystick thing. So it does has kind of a timer. Just close the date, check for new joysticks, and it's just checking for new joysticks, but it's also checking for the input names and stuff. And I think that when I didn't have that line, it wasn't working. So we can try it right now. We could just comment that, go here. It's maybe because maybe it doesn't find the joystick since it's refreshing that stuff. So okay, let's compile. Let's just run it. I'm gonna press O. I'm gonna press button O, and yeah, it doesn't work. You can see it's not working there. Oh, the controller is not on. Let's see. Okay, it's on. Yeah, still don't work. Alright, that's a hint for our new game. My brother's working on that one. Keep it in mind. So yeah, you have to have that line to make it work. So I don't know what Java code it's going on behind that, those methods that it's being called there, but it just doesn't work. So I was beating my head, but so yeah, you can see that now it works, because it wasn't working. I was like, oh, what the hell, what's going on, what's wrong? And then I discovered that I didn't have that stuff, and it happens. So now we have like the O button working, so let's just do something for the other buttons, which we need to have the U button. Excuse my Spanish there. The U button, el botón U. So this will take us to the level selection screen, which reminds me that I haven't done this with the controller. I have to do that too, which is just, I have a few levels there, and I might have no, that's a few levels that I have actually played, and I have to add a mapping for this button to go back to. So we need the U and the Y button, and this goes to the some options. Just shows the credits, and if you want to clear your data, and or also have like button mappings for those two, and Y if you want to go home, if you want to go back to the to the main menu. So let's go and map the U button first. Alright, so let's go to here and say copy this thing, just go to U and do something when you press U. Say print U pressed U. So it's kinda like you're pressing yourself. So that's it. Actually, that's as easy as it gets. And for all the buttons, it's as simple as that. Even for the D-pad, it's that simple. I'm not using the sticks at the moment, but I might map the stick to move the cursor to. So I'll do a video when I do that, because I haven't done it yet, so need to figure it out first. So let's play and see if the U button works. So press U, and did it say something? U. Alright, so there it is. You pressed U. Right? So it's working. So now the only thing you need to do now is just call a method like I'm doing here. For example, let's see what the menu handler, levels handler. The levels handler is the one that goes to the level scene. So it just we had an expiration thing before, so we have this stuff, but it's not needed anymore. I can just delete that, so that check is not being done. We had an expiration date for when we did the beta versions of the game, so we just forced the beta testers. Come on, the beta testers to use the latest beta. So we just do a check if we are in a menu, and if we are not in a menu, which is this menu is when you are in the options menu. So then I just move the GUI, so we have those fancy animations. They're all here, just using the same twins from the UI toolkit. That's this stuff comes from there, and then just this is the important part. Just triggers the levels scene, which is just called something else. So I'm gonna copy this because I can't call it from Ouya, because this is expecting to be a call from a button or UI button from UI toolkit, and I might get rid of all these functions later, but for now I'm just gonna make copies of their levels. Ouya handler, which is just gonna be the same, but change the name and don't require any parameters or any special sender there. So just put a bookmark there in case I have to go back, and I just need to call the levels Ouya handler here, and that should take me now to the levels scene. But at the moment I'm not going to be able to return, right? Because we haven't mapped anything else there. So let's play. Controller is hooked. Let's press U. We go to the level scene. Cool. So we can't go back actually, because all the buttons are not mapped for this, or nothing. Nothing is hooked in this scene, but it's working. So let's try another one. We can go to that scene. Let's do that. Let's go to that scene. That's a separate scene actually, and that's the select level scene. And that select level scene is just that. So select level scene has a script here. which again doesn't have any Ouya hooks yet. So let's open that file again, that file that we got from the examples, from the Ouya examples. And just copy it all except from that that bracket there. I'm gonna put that, select levels, gonna put it at the top and change the name. That's very important. Script select level, script select level, yeah. And don't forget to close this, go the way down, close it and say class end. And now I'm gonna grab everything here and just gonna format it better, because when I paste that stuff, it's supposed to be inside that bracket. So there you go. And I know I'm gonna have a problem with this audio thing, so let me just search for that. So this line is gonna give me trouble, so I'm just gonna comment that out, and everything should work as before right now. So let's go and create the again function. I can just copy the other one. Why do it again? So I was in the start menu. I can just copy the fixed update from here. Gotta select level. Just put it there. Fixed update. So I'm gonna just map like the U button to go back for now. So let's say, gonna comment this part. So I just have the U button, and here I should have a method to go back, which is the method that it's being called by that button. So let's find that method. Fixed update and GUI, have some own GUI stuff. Yeah, I know. That loads the level that it's being clicked on. So there it is. This loads the level. Just gonna copy this. It just simply goes to that level. It's not doing anything special here. No animations or anything. So just when you hit that, it's gonna load the start level. Let's see if that works. It's saved. Let's go to Unity. Unity's compiling. So let's go to a start menu scene so we have like a better idea. Okay, no errors. Play it. So we press U. We go to the levels and then press U again. And then we go to the start menu. Cool. So that works. So that's how you hook those buttons there. If you want to know how I'm moving that stuff with the D-pad, I might do another tutorial on moving that stuff, but it's very simple. So let's go to D-pad thing. So this is what I'm doing with the D-pad. It might look complicated here, but just made it a little bit smaller because I'm checking stuff, a lot of stuff here. So if the thing is not moving, then move it, because I had some issues with. I'm using iTwin to move the actual cursor here, so I move the cursor in Y by the block size, which is just the size of the blocks on the game, and with a defined cursor speed that increments or doubles here when you press the LB and RB buttons. It just gets double the speed, which is less speed. And I'm also just checking the position of the cursor, just to limit it not to go outside of the borders of the game. I'm just doing some fancy things, that getting the first tile and getting its position and just removing half of the block, so I just don't go over that block ever. And if that stuff is true, if I present the D-pad up and this thing is not moving and this position is not outside of the board, then it just hits this iTween command, which is just, I'm not gonna use this line here. This is the first thing I did. So I just hit this iTween command and move by a certain amount, which is set by the block size for a certain time. And what I'm doing here is on start, I just lock the movement, so you can't move midway of the movement, because I was doing some fancy fast movements and the cursor was like in fancy places. So just to lock it to the grid, I just did this locks. So when it starts moving, it just locks the D-pad, so you can't keep pressing. And when it completes, just unlocks. When it starts animation and when completes the animation, it just unlocks the movement, and then just you can press again, which is just like by default 0.2 of a second, which is pretty fast. So if you want it faster, you can just press one of the top buttons and you get it faster. Yeah. So that's just repeated for all the D-pad buttons, up, down, left, and right, and that's it. It's not that hard. So I'm gonna do this for the thumbstick. I think to just so people don't complain that it doesn't work with the thumbstick. I hate the D-pad, whatever. So that's it. That's how I'm doing the buttons, and I think I'll see you later when I'm figure out the thumbstick thing. All right, later.